Good morning, fellow option traders. This is Jeff, and welcome to the daily scan for Friday, August 22nd, 2014. Well, finally, the end of the week of nothing. No runs, no hits, no errors. Just nothing happening, nothing setting up. Well, there's some stuff that's starting to set up, but pretty much just nothing out there for us to play with. That's a real disappointment. Most of these announcements yesterday, as a matter of fact, I would probably say pretty much all of them, were slightly positive, just at the upper edge of an expected range. And of course, Auntie Yellen's talking today, and that's all that's going on today. So I don't know if anything else is going to be setting up, if there's going to be a trade today or not. We'll have to find out here in a minute. All right, over in Asia, pretty bullish. Yeah, I would say pretty bullish. I mean, they're right at the edge here, right at that 0.5% mark. And in Europe, pretty bearish. Pretty close to that 0.5% mark also, almost all the way across the board. And here, Bank of America stock shrugs off $16 billion fines. It's just chump change, you know. I got that in my side pocket. It's not even in my wallet. It's so small. That's how much those banks have. Protest at Jackson Hole. That should be interesting. Apple's next big move could shock you. Ooh, Under Armour falls. Kevin Durant's contract could equal 10% of Under Armour's annual marketing budget. Wow. How would it feel to be one person that's like 10% of their advertising is dependent on you? Okay, well, that's about it, I think. Let's just move right on. Maybe we can get out of here early today. Earlier than a lot of the other ones this week anyway. Over here in the U.S., flat. Just flat. Nothing. 0.01%. That's pretty low, except for TF. TF, slightly leading indicator, more volatile. Let's see, TF is... what? I don't know if they even give it. They don't give an IV percentile here. I mean, maybe they don't on the futures, but I know that. Let's take a look at RUT. RUT is at 16%. SPX is 12%, and DJX is 11%, and NDX is 13%. So RUT is the most volatile of all the cash indexes that we follow, and yet it's still right around the same IV percentile for all practical purposes, except for DJX is really low. Okay, anyway, futures here are flat. Gold is trying to get back to that magic 1300 level. At least magic in my mind anyway. And CL, or oil, is still kind of falling. Let's take a look at that here on a chart. As soon as it gets up, it's going to get up here. It's not the lowest it's ever been, at least not for the last year. The last year, its low point was here, which is 91.24. So we're over here looking to see what's going on. I don't pay any attention to the news, so I think I'm going to take that out of there. So I just hit my little wrench thing. Oop, wrong wrench. This wrench. Ask for the sidebar, shut the news off, shut the sidebar off, and toggle the wrench off. Okay, now we don't have to worry about news on this puppy. And we don't have to worry about looking at weeklies or anything else. We're looking at targets right now. All right. Apple. Need to move this over. It's taken its ever-loving time to get down there and give us an entry. A little worried about this though. A couple of double doji. That's it's not doing anything. It's just it's driving me crazy, guys. It's driving me crazy. Oh, there's one back here I can get rid of. Okay, Apple. Nothing going on. Amazon. Threw a little channel up on this puppy yesterday. It looks like it might actually be setting up. Now, I might consider, why do I keep telling this thing not to show up and it shows up? I don't understand that. I say show label, never, and then I say save as default, and it doesn't care that I saved it as a default. It just doesn't care. Alright, but anyway, I have this channel here, which I threw up based on the last couple of weeks. It's like a 3-week channel right now. So we're going to see what happens here. This could be, if we get a hook today, I might do a 20 delta on this. I'm not sure it's got enough chutzpah to be able to make me feel good about it. 50 delta, because here, look what we got. We have a little bit of a brush with a red 50 here, so I'm not so sure about a 50 delta. A 20 delta may be more appropriate. Alright, Baidu threw a channel up on this one too. I'm not going to bother changing that. We have this, let me try zooming in here, just, oops, wrong way. I don't like that zoom level. Try this. Yeah, I'm not sure about that either. Let's go all the way out. And then start stepping back in. There. I guess that's okay. Alright, yeah, this simulated trade so far is working out. But there's nothing setting up right now, that's for sure. Chipotle. Ooh, big gap up and then choke. But you know what? Oh man. Would you do a 50 delta on this? Where is the momentum here? There's nothing. I mean, price is just flat. Flat, flat, flat. Let me go look at this on the other chart. Yeah, I mean, even when I look at the one that I'm used to looking at, look at what it did yesterday. My gosh. This is horrible. I'm going to go to this chart. I kind of like the looks of that one anyway, and I'm pretty used to it. Oh, man. I have to say that it's setting up, but it's a setup for a 50 delta. But I don't know. I just don't know. We'll keep an eye on it, though. We'll log it in and keep an eye on it. Okay, Costco broke out of our channel. Looks like as though it's headed up, up, up. So we have a 50 delta sitting down here for an entry. I'm happy for Costco. I'm going to skip DJX and gold and let's take a look at Google. Looks like it wants to drop back down into the channel. Are we in an uptrend? Heck, I don't know. I don't know. It's undeterminable right now. If we drop down below this line, I would say that would be the end of any sort of green lines here on this moving averages. But what would I do? Nothing. I mean, I have to follow the rules. Green, green. We're in an uptrend according to the moving averages, so this is where we would do a hook here, would be a 50 delta trade. And that's kind of all that there is to it. So still waiting on that one. LinkedIn, definitely topping out. Didn't quite come down here and give us a 50 delta, but this is a 20 delta candidate for today. Let's see what kind of range we can get here for next week. For next week, we could be looking at 212.15, 212.50, right there. Ugh. Scary for a whole week. Little scary. Not feeling good about that one. I'm not doing anything there, so I am going to remove that because we no longer have a target. We have a violation. NDX. Alright, we have a new high on NDX. And the target's sitting down here waiting for it to come in range. Netflix. Kind of the same story as NDX, new high. Got a little bit of a hook down here on the stochastic, so maybe it'll come down and give us an entry. That would be sweet. Price line. Okay, we have a simulated trade sitting here. Nail biter, I guess you could say. It did fail us. So there is no trade here. Are we going to get a trend reversal? I don't know. A Russell, just based on this channel alone, what are we looking at here for a bear call? We would be at 1175, way up here, but definitely not difficult for the Russell to hit in a day or two. So the length of this candle would easily put it up here. So sticking to the rules, although what rule do you follow here? Red, green, red, I would say. We're probably going to be heading into a downtrend there. SPX, this is that iron condor that expired yesterday. Or does it expire? It expires today, because this is a weekly. So this expires today. Tesla, the short of the year, short of the century, or something like that. There's an article about it. Go short Tesla. Well, we're looking for a momentum trade long. We're into the second day here. Still no confirmation on the MACD. You could wait until, I say that you can wait for the third day, but this is not looking very good right now. But you know what? Just to follow the rules, I'm going to put it back on the list for today. I will not trade today, with an expiration of today. But I may look at something, maybe if we get a little positive action out of this puppy today, I might look at something next week. Even for a 20 delta. Alright, last but not least, someday we'll start at the bottom of the alphabet. Because my last name's at the bottom of the alphabet. Not the very bottom, but pretty close to the bottom. A life of frustration when I was in school. Everything was alphabetical, and I was the second last one. Anyway, maybe that's why I'm a little wacko, or maybe it's why I'm slightly competitive. Anyway, Visa, we're looking for a hook down here in what appears to be the beginnings of a new uptrend. But we'll have a couple of days or so to find out if it's going to prove out or not. Alright, that's it for today. It's Friday. Have a great weekend. Enjoy it, really. I hope that you do. Keep an eye on the news, though, because there's a lot of nasty things going on out there. So that's it. Anyway, have a great weekend. Thank you very much for watching, and happy trading.